Hi folks, it's Danny at Bradley James Classic Cars, and this is a modern classic. It is a Peugeot 106 from the late 1990s, around a 97 or 98 on an R-Edge. Remarkably, this little Peugeot has only covered 16,000 miles. It's a fantastic spec because it's the XT model, which is a top of the range with all the features and functions I'm going to run through. It's also got an automatic gearbox. It's predominantly been a one-owner car for the majority of its life, and then it's passed ownership through family and through to us who have it for sale today. Now, I would describe the car as in, you've got to be careful saying things like immaculate and mint and all this sort of thing. I mean, bearing in mind the car is from the late 90s, it's in remarkably good condition. However, the 16,000 miles goes a long way to explain that. It's in a very attractive metallic blue. Now, it's a little shaded where it is. I've just got it under the cover here at work. A little bit blowy in the background, but I'm hoping you're seeing the car. There we are in this light. That gives you an idea of its actual colour. Very handsome colour. Metallic paint, aluminium wheels. It's just under 1600cc, which explains why an automatic gearbox doesn't phase it like it might do a smaller engine. And with this trim level, it really is quite a pleasure to drive. Now, the Peugeot 106 came after the well-loved Peugeot 205, and then it turned into a 107. However, the 106 is well regarded. They made a few sporty models which are fetching more than £10,000 these days, remarkably. They did a little one called the Rally, they did a GTI, and yeah, they had quite a good reputation for building quick little hot hatches, but they also made very nice, high-spec, small luxury cars. I say luxury cars, luxuriously appointed cars, let's say. Mustn't mistake this with the Rolls-Royce. However, the specification is very good. It comes with two keys. One of them doesn't look to have ever been used. The car does have great features like remote central locking. It has electric windows that cover the front. We'll have a little look inside. We have electric mirrors. We have a built-in stereo system which plays tapes. That's the automatic gearbox, and I'm not sure if you're able to pick up just how bright the interior is. It's unmarked virtually. I mean, the seats are luxurious and a nice velour material which goes up into the doors. There's the electric window switches down there. A full set of dealer manuals. The car has had an expensive trip to a garage prior to it coming to us, where it had its cam belt changed. In fact, anything that was required, and it was done at around the time of the MOT, which it passed with no advisories. In fact, there is an invoice for 640 odd quid, which does show you the extent of work that was done. It's very, very clean and tidy in here as well. The back seats don't look to have even been sat in, and the carpets virtually look, well, as if they hadn't been trodden on. They really are in good order. This one has got a sunroof which operates up here. It's a nice big sunroof, and that winds right back. And if you look closely there, you'll see that just 16,000 miles. And being an XT model, we do have a rev counter in this. And you can see we've got the switch gear and the dashboard as I show you. Now, we're going to have a look around the car together closely. This is always a good sign of having had some work done. Here's the box with the cam belt kit, and there's Brembo brake discs, because it had discs and pads fitted to the front. In fact, the car, I did make a little note of actually of a little bit of work that was done. Let me see. So it had timing belt, pump and a brake overhaul as well. And I have an invoice from the garage for that, so there isn't any spend required here. So nice mid-range tyres, Falcons, lovely bodywork, in really good condition, benefits from being a 5-door model, an economical run around that really is in great condition. I'm walking around the bodywork now to see if I can show you any imperfections, but with this low mileage I really am seeing a complete lack of any even stone chips at the front. I've got the dealer number plates here, still fitted. Very clean around this front wing. That looks like Continental tyres on the front, and that looks like Falcon tyres on the back. And all very good paintwork, no scratches and dents down this side at all. All looking very, very good. All right down here, running through the arches, I can't see any rust at all. The last 2 MOTs that I just checked hadn't had any advisories whatsoever. If I'm being fussy, I can see a little chip of paint here. And I noticed just round this door, it looks like perhaps where the key has rubbed, it's just been touched in with a stick there. Very nice through the back bumper, and that's the dealer rear number plate as well. So, Peugeot 106 XT, 5-door automatic, just 16,000 miles, a 1600cc engine. I think it's actually a 1589cc, but that's quite a large engine in quite a small car, so you can imagine it does go very nicely with its power steering and super comfortable XT trim. And as I look through the invoice here, and I'm looking through the past MOTs, there's that £641 spent recently, and I'm just checking to see what was done. We had rear wheel cylinders done, as well as the brake discs and the water pump and timing belt kit. And in here, let's pop that out of the way. There's the second key, and when I say it looks brand new, I'm not exaggerating. That one really does look brand new. And here is a locking wheel nut in this little bag here. This is the dealer folder, and in here we have the driver's handbook. As you would expect, that's all nicely in there, and tucked in the back is the radio code, which is always nice to have a note of that. There's your handbook, and that looks to be the little servicing schedule just in the back here as well. It would appear that that one has been stamped up here, and then with the additional recent work it's had, including cam belt. So no fears of this car requiring anything other than just jumping in and enjoying. Well, the car itself is in stock. We do offer a full UK delivery service. We can send the car pretty much anywhere in the country at a very competitive price. We have a railway station here in Overton, which is a short 5 to 10 minute walk depending on your pace, and then you can come and see the car, and there's no reason why this car couldn't be driven away. And as you would expect with this mileage, that is a rather clean engine under here, and everything, as you'd imagine, is in good order. As a battery sits under here, and that's nice. You can easily disconnect it if it's not going to be a car you use regularly, but that is all super clean. And I think with the 16,000 miles, this car in this condition, I think will make a very affordable entry level into modern classic car ownership. A highly practical little economical car to run, and it really does look, from many angles, it couldn't have changed too much from having come from the showroom. It really is in lovely condition, this paintwork, and it's a lovely colour for the car. And as I say, the XT model does make it a little bit extra special because of it being a high spec alloy wheels, very plush trim, a nice factory stereo all fitted with speakers in all the doors, and just an overall car that does present very nicely. You'd notice some driving lights down there, possibly fog lights down in the bumper. Well folks, thank you very much for watching the video with me today. If you would like to come and have a look at this car or ask me for a transportation quote to have it delivered, that would be a pleasure. We do offer a part exchange service. We're delighted to part exchange classic cars, modern cars and light commercial vehicles. All the cars we sell are looked at in our own garage. We have our own technician who gives the car a thorough PDI before it leaves us, and as you can see from some of the era of the cars that we have over here, classic cars really is our speciality, and this one will be thoroughly checked over, so you don't have to worry about anything other than enjoying this little car when it gets delivered to you or you come and collect it. It's a super model, it's lovely condition, and it's available to buy from Bradley James Classics today. Well, thank you for your patience watching this 11-minute video. It's Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out.